guys, Chris here. Just on the road right now and going to visiting a longtime friend and customer of ours. He's a custom operator based out of Manitoba. He is running a heck of an outfit, runs a C650 tow-between air cart with a 60-foot 1895 John Deere disc drill behind it. They do one heck of a job, and they put a ton of acres on this drill. So they'll do between 2,000 and 3,500 acres in the fall. That's just fall rye, winter wheat seeding across Manitoba. And then in the spring this year, they seeded 15 or 15,500 acres on one 60-foot drill. And so these guys run a ton of acres, and they run around the clock if they have to get as many acres in the season as they can get. Now, in a year like this year, where in Manitoba, where it was dry in the beginning, first few weeks, and then the rain never stopped, everybody was calling and they were asking for a disc drill. And so he had a ton of acres put on that drill this year. And like always, he is extremely customer focused and always needs to make sure the customer's getting a quality drill, and it's going to do the job, and it's going to be precise. When they're paying for a custom seat, when they're paying a custom seating outfit, they're paying for a reason. And so his drill is outstanding in what they've done to it. I mean, it's not just focused for downtime. He's got all the right parts on there to make sure that he doesn't shut down, and he works on it a ton throughout the summer to make sure it's up to par, so it's ready for fall, and same thing in the winter, it's ready for spring. And not just parts to stop him from having such downtime, but also high quality parts that are going to do an aftermarket parts that are going to do a heck of a job in the field that the customer can see. Today we're going to go have a look, going to bring him a few parts, and take that time as well to showcase some of the items on his drill and show why it does such a good job and why this drill stands out. Time to look at this drill here. He's just been seeding some cover crop rye for a potato grower around here just for the fall. Just got finished up here for the night, so we'll go over this drill and see what he's all got and all the options. And yeah, so looking at her here, he's got the nice high flotation package, 60-foot drill, 10-inch spacing, 20-inch mid rows. Heavy flotation package is an extreme help for this kind of drill. He's got Pro Series openers. This is a 2018 drill, and this drill actually came with smooth closing wheels, even though it was a Pro Series. Whether that was a mistake on the salesman ordering it or not sure on that, but what we did this year is the closing wheels are actually in really good shape, and so he's just went through a bunch of mud back there. But what we've actually done on our CNC mill, we've actually taken his closing wheels this summer and we've milled them to mimic a Pro Series or a aftermarket closing wheel. And so we can do that for a reduced cost for local guys. This is based off of a 3D file, and we can get extremely fantastic closing wheels for almost half the cost, actually. But from us here, we got spoke closing wheels, cast iron centers. We got the Pier bearings in there. This helps him keep going. These Pier 6-lip seal double roller bearing is an extreme help to longevity. He's getting a long life out of these. He's replaced these with these closing wheels after having his factory wheels. These cast iron John Deere spoke closing wheels crack out at the bolt holes here. So that's a common issue with these. They have an updated backing plate you can see here to help support it, but before it was cracking through the stamped steel rim. He had so many cracked rims that he had to change a whole bunch to a 3-bolt design from us, which really stand the test of time. This year he had to do some closing wheel bushings here. He was having just a little bit too much side-to-side play. Now there's no more issues there. Great thing for him. And what kind of job it's doing. Last thing here, we got the vanilla seed tab. This is a Needham seed tab. Does an amazing job. Almost no wear on this one. He's only 500 or 1,000 acres into fall rye this season in the fall season for him. Next year he's going to be looking at doing seed boots. Those seed boots are almost at the end of their life on the seed rows. He just did the seed boots on the mid rows this year. The biggest thing for him, he had such a pain too much downtime, and an absolute hate for the OEM seed tube. So what he's done is he's replaced it with the Agri Stainless seed tube. Now, all seed tubes from us come with a stainless steel seed tube bolt right here. So not only a stainless steel seed tube bolt, but a saber clamp. So this saber clamp has barbs on the inside diameter and will bite into this hose and will not let go. So I can demonstrate that here. Put all your weight on it. As simple as changing hoses, loosen the clamp, pull the hose out, put the new one in. They are not much money and they are worth every bit of time and money. Just checking over the unit, great springs. He's got great depth adjusts. He hasn't had a real lick of issue with this drill. It's been a real good drill for him, and he puts on a pile of acres, but they take good care of him. The other thing he's done to this unit is he's went with forged no opener blades. That's brand new this year. He was just at the end of his life last year, but runs forged no on the seed rows. The mid rows see less acres overall, so he'll tend to run a cheaper blade. They'll tend to wear out at the same time. So we'll typically run an Ingersoll blade. It's about 60% of the price of a forged no, and he'll get just as much life out of that. It still outlasts John Deere OEM blades, and it's going to last him an extremely long time. So the next thing we're going to look at this drill is our risers. So because this custom operator puts down a absolute boatload of fertilizer for some operators here or some growers here in Manitoba, he's very prone to wearing out hoses. He's also very prone to wearing out tower assemblies. So he's ran with these stainless steel towers for quite a few years now. Almost instantly wore out in the first 2 years, wore out the OEM steel ones. And he's using these in conjunction with John Deere Manifold. Now these manifolds are still okay, but they are getting towards the end of their life. So typically, you can see here, these manifolds will blow a hole in them. They'll blow a hole in the cap and they'll throw off distribution like crazy. So what he has done is he has put these stainless steel plates on that we carry. It's a great fix. These are an expensive cap, about a $250 cap. And it's going to get them the full life out of this manifold. So this manifold, you can see, is starting to get pretty heavily worn here, and it's still going to be doing just a perfect job. But this year he's going to be looking at changing these out with a full stainless manifold that he's never going to have to replace again. So just replacing this cap from John Deere is $250. This whole manifold, I couldn't tell you what the price is, but it's probably ridiculous. Or we can replace this whole manifold with a Agri stainless manifold, achieve better distribution, achieve a higher rate that we are able to target, and you never have to look back. So what we can do here is we can put 1 inch manifolds on here, but we have John Deere runs 1 inch hoses and 1 inch manifolds to 1 1/4 inch hoses to the mid rows. We can adapt this to just go straight to a 1 1/4 inch manifold, so we can bypass a lot of these connection points. So he is running 3 inch hoses on this unit. They've been really, really good for him. He's got them routed properly, but he will be looking at changing out hose by the end of this fall. So also did new main pins here this year. This is extremely crucial on the row unit for keeping that row unit straight, tracking truly, and keeping the rest of the row unit from wearing. So he's running the Ingersoll opener blades here on the mid-row banders, and he's also running our mid-row bander fertilizer tube, the stainless seed tube with the stainless seed tube bolt. So the cool thing we've done here on this drill is we've updated it to the Needham style seed boots. Now it's kind of hard to tell. So what we've done here is we've actually updated, and we went from the Pro Series seed boot, which he has currently on the seed rows, to the Needham extended wear seed boot. Now, what's positive about this seed boot is it is about, I want to say 40% larger diameter. And what this custom operator was having an issue with, he was having an issue putting down extremely high rates for some growers, upwards of 400 pounds to the acre. Now, putting that down on a 7.5 inch or 10 inch spacing is less of an issue, but on a 20 inch spacing mid-row, that's a lot of product per row. And he was plugging the boots and was only able to do 2.5 to 3 mile an hour. Now, when you're charging per acre, that's lost time. So what we did this year is put Needham seed boots. He's now hitting 350 pounds to the acre at 6 miles an hour, which this drill is more than comfortable of doing. Definitely quite the nice upgrade here. So now as we look and we move closer to the cart, the next thing we're running here is we got stainless steel, our stainless steel quick coupler. So this is a 2-port, 3-inch. This is for all John Deere's, the same bolt pattern. This is a really nice setup here. So we don't have tension spring latches. We got much heavier duty latches that are not gonna leak. And these have been instrumental for him. So very nice unit. We got a dual wall seal. It's a heck of a lot cheaper seal than replacing than your OEM equivalent. And guys, if you have one half that's worn out, typically your female side will get heavily corroded. It's cheaper to buy one full set than one half from the local OEM dealer. So reach out to us if you have any questions, but we always typically have these in stock and ready to go. That's pretty well most of what's been done to this drill. Come and see us, ask us questions if you got any issues with these drills. We got a lot of great aftermarket options, and we'll guide you in the right direction and make sure you get the right parts for your drill. There's a lot of nice options out there for the market for these 1890, 1895 drills. So if you got any questions, reach out. That's what we're here for, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.